Good day, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Helenique Argeru, and I'm hosting the Women of Truth hybrid conferences on integrative health and looking at the way that body-mind integrate and the way that spirit meets science. Today, we're joined by Hatice Ozalp, a Turkish Cypriot organic pharmacist who is actually practicing this holistic pharmacy. And she's going to explain to us in a minute what that really looks like and how it works in the world for us to be taking care of our health in more holistic ways. She actually is already using homeopathy, Bach flower remedies, healthy organic lifestyle solutions, in the knowledge that health is actually a mental, emotional, and physical point of balance. And really, her curiosity about the power of communication has helped her to become a health coach and a solution-focused coach. She's also the mother of two, a traveler, a writer, and always finds something to smile about in her heart. Welcome, Hatice. Lovely to have you.
Hi, Eleni. So nice to see you too. And thank you for having me here.
Yeah, it's lovely to meet you and to learn more about your work, because I've understood that you are really, in a way, a forerunner and also carrying a lot of the ancestral wisdom of ancient times, you know, where we were still connected to the earth and we really loved and respected nature and we were in balance with nature and we used nature to heal and to help our health. And today you're bringing some of that knowledge back to people, as I understand, but also practicing as a pharmacist as well. So giving people those options to really choose healthcare options that suit them best. Tell us a little bit about how that's working practically in your life now. I believe you run a pharmacy in the Turkish Cypriot side of Cyprus.
Yes, I'm in Sardinia. I have pharmacy and organic shop. And this year, just a few days ago, it was my 18th years to start working. And I was looking about what's happened in this 18 years after university. My God, it's changed. It's like a step-by-step understanding, creating and doing things. I love what I'm doing because I love touching the people's life, also my life also. So we are part of the big group, we are whole. Yes, I'm watching people. When the people, they come to my pharmacy or in the streets, I watch them a lot. I love people. And when I watch them, especially when they come to the chemist, to pharmacy, they come with some problems most of the times. Of course, the cosmetic part and the others, but they come for needs. So they need something when they come. And for example, they say, I want painkiller, I want this tablet, I want that. But beyond that, there's another need. This is in the years, I noticed that when they have the stomach problem, everyone has got their stomach problem with a different things. For example, one has got stomach problem what they eat, and the other one has got problem when they stress, when they lonely, when they this and that, so when they cannot express their feelings. So when I start to talk with the people, so the question is, what's your problem? It passes to the question changed to, what do you need or what do you feel when you have that pain? What do you feel? So it was amazing, so interesting. So some people, when they have headache, they feel angry, and the other one, they feel hopeless, and the other one, they feel different things. So we are all unique. So after being a mother, I start to interest with the alternative therapies more. So I start to homeopathic course, and the first lesson with that course, it says, the teacher said, just imagine you woke up in the morning, you get into your car, and your car has got one light that you don't know, it's just there. What do? You take it to the mechanic. So if the mechanic man look at your car and say, oh, it's only the light, just cut it from here and it's okay, would you take that car to go to work, or would you ask another question? And we said, of course we are not going to take it, because it wasn't the light, it was a signal. And the teacher said, yes, this is headache, this is stomach ache, this is other things. All the things what we see is our signals. We have to look at beyond that, what is under that. So I think that changed my life. So after that, I think, it was 2010. And after that, I started to go with everything. What is under that? With anger, with my partner, with my children, what is underneath? So it helped me a lot. So with this pharmacy, during the years, I opened the organic shop next to pharmacy to invite the people to another health option, because we need more medicines is like a shortcut, because we are not connected with the nature. Our body forgot to heal itself. We are not healthy eaters. We are not good exercise people. So I invited them to the healthy life solutions. But I am in the pharmacy and I am in the organic shop. Whatever they need, I'm there to help them, coach them. But this is another option. So I love give another options to ourselves to remember, because as a pharmacist, I don't believe that there is a strong illnesses. Of course, there is uncomfortable pain and illnesses, but it's more signals. It says us to go to nature, because in the nature you don't see the depression, elephant in a depression, or overweight lion, or things we don't see, because they're in the nature. When they cut themselves, they know which herbs will help them. They know where to go. We used to be like that, and we forgot. Now I don't think it's possible to go in that way, but some of them is the daily issues and things that we can remember by connecting nature and connecting ourselves. Yeah, this is. I can't hear you.
So beautiful what you said about the signals, that people are getting the signals from their bodies all the time, and you are finding ways to really help them read those signals, and also giving them, you know, the different options that we have out there. So I wanted to know a bit more about your original kind of shift in life, where you realized, you know, that there is a bigger purpose to everything, and that often can come after a breakthrough, which can happen after some kind of challenging life moment. So I wanted to ask you that. What was for you one of the biggest life lessons that taught you something that you would be happy to share with us? And what did you learn?
Yeah. Suddenly when you ask, two things come to my mind. Is like I'm from big family. I'm number 7, and my mother was very creative and a very quick lady. So we grow all together, and she was always, her purpose is looking after us, feeding us, cleaning us, and everything. And suddenly when I was 27, I lost mom and dad from the traffic accident. They was very young, 62 and 64. And that time I think my life paused. So what is it all about? You do all these things all your life, from age 17 until 60, all the time tired, doing things, not never for yourself, always for the others, and after, if you have time for yourself. And life can go like that. That was my first shock in my life, and I started asking what I am doing. So what I want when I will go to the other frequency, I will say what I want to leave behind. What is it all about? And after being a mother, it was my another shock. So being responsible from the one another human being with everything. So I found out myself that I don't like to decide anything from someone else's name. So I want, and being a mother is all about this until age 6 or 7, maybe 18. So this was like everyone is holistic enough for themselves, but they don't know, or we don't know. So I started doing these coaching things to understand myself more. And when I start to understand a little bit more, and I love sharing. I think my purpose is like collecting things and share them with whoever is ready. When I was younger, I was so excited to share anything with everyone, but after I noticed that now someone has to ask, or someone has to come to you to share it. So you cannot share everything with everyone. So now it's automatically being mother put me in one community which is mother, which we are having similar problems. And I had a postpartum depression when I had my first one. And I thought I was the last one, because I did yoga, I did this, and I was so ready for the baby. And it was, oh my God, messed up. So after I become better, I took help, Bach flowers and homeopathy and coaching from Viola. But I noticed that after a while, what I needed that time, I only need someone to come and tell me that It's okay. It's normal. We all have it. You are not only the one who have it, because as a cultural, we, or me, I don't know, I'm from a very small village, we cannot show our weakness. We have to be very strong all the time. Actually, we don't need to. We can show our weakness time. It's okay. It's no good and bad emotions. It's better and less better, let's say, emotions. So this is, and I, when I see the mothers, when they come, I know what they feel. So knowing something and not sharing, it's so heavy for me. So yeah, we start to do with Elena, with Eleni, with the birth forward group. And yeah, so we had too many meetings here, and the mothers, they still come and they say thank you for just doing an hour workshop with us, because now they know that they are not alone. So yeah, this kind of things, I think it's very strong when you have it. You know what is it. So, and after you can share it, you learn and you share it. So this become my purpose, I think, like trying to find what is the meaning of life, myself, and with the community, whoever is ready, learning things and sharing and being open. It's okay. It's okay to be weak. It's okay to be unhappy. No problem. What is next? So this makes my life more colorful. And when this touch someone else's life, it's become like more happy together.
That's so beautiful to hear the sharing part that you speak about. So the woman, the motherhood, the real challenges of being vulnerable as a mother going through postpartum depression, and really being able to admit those feelings are some of the moments in life where I think we feel so vulnerable, and we realize that we've got all these programs around us that tell us not to be vulnerable, and you kind of crack through all that and realize that it's actually about sharing, learning to trust that it's normal, waiting for the people to come and tell us that it's normal, and then really learning how to share about your life and to know that it's okay. So if we move on now to you as an adult woman, years later, as the mother that you've become now of your children, and this pharmacy that you are running, and the new ways you're trying to bring pharmacy into the world given what you've experienced, and you look back at your childhood, and it was also sad to hear that you lost your parents, quite young. So when you look back even into what they offered you when you were a child and what you believed about the world, maybe at like age 8, what kind of advice would you give your 8-year-old self from where you are now?
From now to 8-year-old self. That's very good. Because I was number 7 child, they didn't touch my imagination. They was all busy with something else, with teenagers, with cooking, with things, and I was in my world with just the imagined world. So I think that imagination, still I have it. I can spend hours and hours with my kids or with my own self. Um, I would say, because after I start to school, this happens most of the girls or boys, I think. We are ourselves in a family, in the comfort zone. Doesn't matter whatever it is, how violent or how is it, it's our comfort zone. When we start to school, we shake a bit. We start to want to be accepted from another group. So you need to work for that, actually. With the family, you don't need to do anything, but in that group, you need to work. Your teacher has to like you, your friends has to like you. This kind of fears comes. And it was my age 8, I think. So I will say to her that she can love herself more. It's okay, that there was one meditation. I think it was my first meditation that I connected with my childhood myself. It was just, and I do it a lot now. I just go and find that girl who needs me, and I say, look, I'm your future. So it's okay, it's fine. Whatever it's going to happen, just go and enjoy it. It's okay. End of the day, you're going to be me, and I'm happy. It's okay. So yeah, I will tell her to love and trust herself more. So future is bright.
There's so many beautiful moments in what you would tell her there, where there's a reminder of how to actually be okay with what's happening. So much as we struggle through that whole process, going back to school and finding all our friends. So now we're going to jump to one of the most important questions, actually the one that started off all this research that I was doing with about 80 women, now moving to 100, is really to try to understand what women struggle with in their journey to find their personal power. And the question is put to you now, so you can tell us what you think, is the biggest lie that you think women believe and the truth. So what do you think is the biggest lie that women believe, and what is the truth?
Yeah. Biggest lie, yeah? Am
Yeah,
I clear? Yes.
biggest
Yeah.
lie.
Biggest lie. This is interesting. This is what we was talking with the girls today. The biggest fake things that they teach us. In my culture that I grow, there is one perfect woman how they should be, and you need to fix yourself to in that. But if you're a little bit aware what's happening, that perfect woman in the future is not happy. For example, is like you need to know how to clean your house. In my small community in the house and in the village, good cook, good cleaner. You have to please your husband, and you have to. Your children always has to be clean. This and that. Okay, accept it. But you when I look at that woman, for example, my mother, she doesn't look happy. She doesn't, take appreciation from others or from herself. So there was something not fitting each other. So yeah, this is the biggest lie, I think, as a cultural. You have to be this good girl. No, we don't need to be a good girl. We have to be ourselves. And because we don't accept ourselves in this culture, because for example me, I was different from my sisters, and everyone was pushing me to be like them. Still there is like that, of course, we now laughing at, but at that time it was painful to push someone to be like her. But my talent was totally different. And it doesn't mean anything, your talent, or if you're clever, if you dance, doesn't matter, you have to do this one. So I felt very unbalanced on that time. And with this culture, if we grow and if we don't change much, we don't connect ourselves and we don't accept ourselves. So what's happened when we become teenagers or a little older, we want someone to accept ourselves. So that's the biggest problem I had, or many women had it. So because you have to accept first yourself. If you don't, no one can accept you as you are, because you don't know what you are anyway. So this is the biggest lie. I took it until age 20, 22, I can say. Thanks God, I was lucky. I was just passed through from the problems. And the best thing we need to know, and I'm trying to teach my children and whoever I can touch their life, love yourself first, accept, and the rest is coming, because we are human beings. Our yeast is good. We cannot be in the deep inside, we cannot be bad. We cannot want to hurt someone. But if we hurt from ourselves or from the others, if we let anyone to hurt, that time we can hurt someone. So just find the source. Our source is nice, I believe it. So yeah, we have to teach the children to love themselves, to accept their differences. Difference is good.
And that very interesting separation between being this kind of perfect woman that does the jobs right versus really being who you are, that somewhere in there there's a gap. And now you see through your life experience that it was important to really just live who you are, and you want to teach that to your kids. So beautiful. So we move now to like this really big movement that's happening around the world of women rising up, becoming very influential and having great impact. Lots of women's movements around the world starting to actually build momentum now more than ever before even. And I wondered what you think about the women's movement, if there was anything you would add or subtract to it.
Yeah, I will say awakening, actually. The cultural thing, yeah, press the woman or the man at the same time, actually, because we are together. If you press down to woman, the woman will take the man together, so they will go one frequency lower together, actually. But yes, I say maybe I'm 40 plus now, maybe because of that I notice, or maybe it's the time 2020s. I don't know, but I see lots of awakening at the moment, even in my small friends community and the bigger and in my village and yeah, in Cyprus and in the world. So it's so beautiful because it's not taboo to talk about these things anymore, because before it was you have to be happy what you have. So this is in my mind, no, I don't have to. It's like there is one saying Turkish, if you ask for too many things, maybe in Greek or English also, I don't know, but it says, oh Hatice, you want the dog to be full stomach and you want the bread to be whole. It's not possible. So you want everything. So I said, yes, I want everything. Why not? So, it's like I can. It's my right to want more. It's my right to want to ask. I don't. Of course, it's good to be. It's not about gratitude. It is, of course, you will be happy what you have, but you can ask for more. It's no problem. So I think the woman is asking now, which they already have had it before, and they just pause it. They never leave it, because what you have it. They just pause it, and it's activate now. It's awakening, and it's beautiful, because I love woman energy. I love the way women can change things. It's even from the one egg, it can change it to the baby. It can change it. So I love it. So I think it's very good for all humanity, for the woman for their awakening.
Beautiful word, awakening. This whole movement for you is about awakening, and the taboo that used to be there before certainly is, shifting, moving away, and we don't have to worry so much about really talking more truthfully about a lot of things. So what is your passion in life right now? You started off telling us about pharmacy and also the holistic approach you take. So what are you most passionate about right now in your work, Hatice?
Well, whatever I am doing, I like to reach more people all around the world, and I love to do it while traveling, actually, because I'm very curious about the other cultures, because um, what I find is source is exactly same. Women's feelings, women's and things is exactly the same, similar, not difference between culture. But the culture make it like a different. From outside, they might look different. We might look different, but our source is connected and similar. So I'm really curious about how the cultural things shape us, and how we can learn more about it and share it more. So yeah, about the children, I'm very focused on the children, education, women, and things. So I can do it. I would love to do it with the health, from the health store to the women to the kids, to sharing and make it bigger. I love to learn more and share more, I can say.
Fantastic. And we look forward to also hearing more about how you will be doing all your work online very soon as well, because I know you're busy building courses on all your knowledge, and you certainly have such interesting holistic remedies and approaches, and you also know all the hardcore chemical pharmacy work behind that. So how to also help people make those choices and offer all those options to them online, teach them, educate them, is something that people can look forward to when they get more involved with you and your work. And that means that you can help all these people internationally. So it's really exciting. If you're watching the video and you want to know more about Hatice and how she's helping women, children, and the future really of people on the planet make more informed choices about organic options and how pharmacy weaves into health and well-being, you can certainly visit and get to know a little bit more about how she can help you and look at ways of connecting with her so she can really give you that best advice. What about the last little routine goodbye send off for us here, Hatice, is this little ceremony we have at the end of our interviews for Women of Truth, where we actually ask our women to tell us 3 words that are like a prayer or a kind of wish to all the women that watch the video, to all the women that would never be able to watch a video like this, all the women around the world. We create like a kind of connection in this moment. And we ask you to give us 3 words. You can tell us why you choose them, and then you can also have them connect, or they can be separate. and they hold your wisdom for us. So what would those 3 words be for you?
Yeah. I will say connection before correction. Yes.
Beautiful.
I choose this because this is going to be my second workshop's name. And because I noticed that we correct each other, we correct ourselves, but we need to connection before with ourselves, with our nature, with our kids, teacher, doesn't matter. So yeah, connection before correction is my words.
Yeah, there's so much judgment. I've been hearing a lot of people starting to work on this now, to clean themselves of judgment. So when we keep correcting everyone else, we also end up secretly correcting ourselves. So that would be an amazing thing to be working on. And I look forward to hearing more about that and more about how you will be sending that information out to us. You can get the info on the bottom of this video, everybody watching. Thank you so much for spending time with us and another amazing woman of truth. This is Hatice Ozalp, and you will know that she's one of the thought leaders on revolutionizing the future of women's health. And as you've heard her story, sharing with us that she's herself been through postpartum depression, that she's really walked this path of motherhood very consciously, realizing how important it is to hold your vulnerability, to share it with the world, and to begin to create these connections with other people in more honest and truthful ways. And she has extensive knowledge and a lot of new energy medicine type knowledge too, the organic pharmacy and all the remedies that can really help us. So thanks again, Hatice, for joining us. And we look forward to all the wonderful things that you'll be helping us do in the future.
Oh, thank you very much, Elenik. It was so nice.
Lovely. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.